Alright, so this is a video that's been in the works for a long time. I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, and I've been trying to do some videos. They haven't really been working out, so I'm just going to get this done. King of the Table 14, my official predictions for this card. First of all, an amazing card. It looks really, really good. Lots of matches that I could even see being co-main events or even main events, and like they're halfway through the card. Like that's just how much is in this thing. There is so much going on. Very excited. Today's Friday, so everything's going down tonight and tomorrow. Press conference is happening a little later for my time zone. It's going to be 7:30. And I can only imagine the event's going to be 7:30, so it's going to be going pretty late, which I'm not used to, but all of it's worth it to catch this thing. It's going to be really, really cool. So we're just going to jump into the match predictions. I have thought about each and every match on this card a lot since each match announcement got released. I have been thinking hard on this one to redeem myself also, because when I predicted for East versus West 17, I got 50%. 50%. I think there was 12 matches, and I got 6 of them right and 6 of them wrong. That's pretty bad considering that I know a good bit about each one of those matches. This one I'm looking to redeem myself. I aim for 70 to 80% being correct. I think I can do it. So here's my match predictions. First match is going to be... Man, how am I already drawing a blank? Oh yeah. Zurab Tabaridze versus Georgi Taltiev. I think it's going to be Taltiev, because he has a lot of experience dealing with hook pullers. And Zurab, I think he's still just outside of his previous best form. He could show up better, and if he does, I could see him taking the match, but I think Taltiev is going to show up stronger. I'm going to give it to Taltiev 3-1. Next match is going to be Petro Maharet versus Lachlan Adair. I think Lachlan's going to win. Not easy in any sense. Petro has very good hand control, very good in the supinated hook. But that being said, I don't think he's going to be good enough to beat the strength of Lachlan. Lachlan, I think, is faster, stronger. So I'm going to think this one's going to go 3-1 in favor of Lachlan Adair. Similar to his last match with Lars Rabakin, I think Petro can squeak in 1 point here or there, but I think Lachlan's overall going to have a pretty decisive victory with this one. Next match, which it's crazy how far low on the card this match is, because this is a match that I think everyone overwhelmingly wants to see the most, and that is Matt Mask versus Nugo Chikadze. Tough match, especially because Nugo seems like he would be the kryptonite for Matt, because Matt's not very good in a hook, and he's so high up, he's going to have to come down really far to meet the hand of Nugo, since Nugo's so smaller. Still, I think that Matt is too good right now. I cannot bet against Matt. I think he's going to beat Nugo, and then we will have to figure out what's going on with Devin, because Matt has more than deserved his title shot against Devin. More than deserved it. He's deserved it 3 matches ago. I mean, this has just really secured him in that position. And I know Devin's going to fight Vitali. He's looking at fighting Hermes. Like, Devin's got plans, and he's good at 300 pounds right now. Maybe dipping a little below, but that's okay. And he's not in a very good position to cut down to 105. But at the end of the day, Matt has deserved it. So we should just give him that match as soon as possible. Plus, Matt versus Devin, what a legendary match. I mean, I can't wait. That's going to be so cool if that actually happens. It's been so long since we've seen the two go against each other in super match format. Anyway, next match, Jocelyn Bryson versus Igle Vatkute. I thought about this one a lot. Jocelyn looked really good against Sarah, but I know Igle is far above Sarah. She's a couple levels above Sarah Backman. So, and just with the accomplishments and how many times Igle has faced girls just like Jocelyn, I think her experience is going to trump Jocelyn's strength. In the last round Jocelyn had with Sarah, you saw she had a lot of trouble. Like, even when she set that position where Sarah could not move her, it took a while to get there, and I think Igle is too experienced to let something like that slide. She's just going to cut right in and beat her. So I think Igle Vatkute 3-0. Oh, wait, this is King of the Table. Shoot. Yeah, no, it's going to be best of 6. Okay, let's run back through it. Zurab and Taltiev. I think Taltiev's going to win 4-1. Lachlan Adair versus Petra Marharat. I think Lachlan's going to win 4-1. Matt versus Nugo. I think Matt's going to win 4-0. Jocelyn versus Igle. I think Igle's going to win 4-0. Next match, Georgi Svetkov versus David Dadikyan. I thought long and hard about this match, and what it's come down to ultimately is who is more comfortable. And I think it is pretty obvious that Dadikyan is going to be more comfortable in the left hand than Georgi is. Like, Georgi's been training with Krasimir and Sasha Andreev in preparation for this match. It's hard to match the explosivity and the abilities of David Dadikyan. So I'm going to give it to Dadikyan 4-2. 4-2 in favor of Dadikyan. Not an easy match. This is going to be tough. Next match, Kamil Jablonski versus Georgi Zaranov. Again, really hard to predict. The opening is there. I am going to, long story short, I'm going to give it to Georgi. It's a long shot, and I'm not certain he's going to be able to do it, but the hole in Kamil's press is too big, and I think that Georgi definitely has every capability he needs to be able to find his way around that press. So I'm going to give it to Georgi Zaranov. I have this one in a war. I'm going to give it to Zaranov 4-3, like as close as possible. This is going to be a tough match for both guys. We're going to see the limits of both of them, I think. Next match is Paul Lin versus David Samusha. Tough. Paul Lin's the only guy who's been able to take out Samusha, and I'm just going to give it to him because I think he can do it again. I think he can. I'm going to give it to Paul Lin 4-2. 4-2. I could easily see David coming in, but I can't bet against Paul. He's been looking good. I think he's going to win 4-2. Not confident with that prediction, but that's what I'm going to go with. Next match, probably for me the easiest one to predict, Ivan Matyashenko versus Sergey Kalinachenko. Matyashenko is so good in the hook. I think, personally, he is the best hook puller. Like, I know Ray's been interviewing people, and he's posted on Voice of Arm Wrestling, him asking people who's the best hook puller, who's the best top roller. For hook puller, people are saying Rustam. And I can see that. But as far as technique and capability and versatility, he can take it in all different directions. I'm just thinking about, he flash pinned Kamil in a hook. No one else has really been able to do that, like, in the way that he was able to. He is so technically advanced. I think that the only thing that Kalina has against him, like, has more of against him, is just raw power. And I think that Ivan's technique will trump that easily. So I'm giving it to Ivan Matyashenko 4-0. I think that's about the easiest prediction I have on this card. And it could even go the other way. I don't fully know. But I just can't see Ivan losing to someone like that. I just can't. Love Sergey. I just don't think he's going to be able to win. Next match, these are the top 4. This is my favorite match. Not because I'm super, I love both of these guys more than anyone else on the card. It is just such a close match. I have reviewed this since the release of this match. And I still, after a month of thinking about this match all the time, I cannot give a clear prediction for who I think is going to win. Artur Makarov versus Daniel Prokopchuk. I am so unconfident in predicting this match. So tough. These guys, either one of them could come away with the win in any form, and they will absolutely have deserved it. But for the sake of betting, I'm just going to say Artur Makarov. Because what it's going to come down to is it is the technique of Prokopchuk and the hand control of Prokopchuk versus the strength and power of Makarov. I think this match is going to stop. Prokopchuk's going to probably lose the wrist or just sit in that position he sits in. He's going to stop Makarov, who's very good at supinated side pressure and forcing down his opponent. I think it's going to stop right there. It could swing in favor of Prokopchuk if he's able to hold Makarov and tire him out. But if Makarov is strong enough, he's just going to force Prokopchuk's hand down. I think it's going to be Artur Makarov 4-2. I had this 3-2 because I forgot that these are King of the Table matches, which is best of 6 instead of best of 5. And this being a title match, I forgot. Yeah, it's best of basically first to 4 wins. I think that it is going to be Makarov 4-2. 4-2. Tough match. Super tough. But I'm going Makarov. Next match, easier to predict than I used to think. Gennady Krikvinya versus Ibrahim Sagov. It looks like Gennady's going to make weight, cutting it a little close in the final week. But right now, I think last we heard he was 117. So he just has to lose a couple kilos of body weight, which I think he can absolutely do. He is a professional. He should be able to do that. And when he does lose that weight, I think that his form is going to be super strong. At first, I was freaked out because Gennady does this where somebody will ask him, okay, what form are you in? How are you feeling? And he'll just be like, yes, I am in the best form ever. I have never been stronger. And he never fully means it. He just says that. It's just a natural response. He doesn't even think about it, which is why when he arrived in Turkey and Engin posted the video and it was titled, Gennady says he's in his best shape, I lost my mind because that is just literally impossible. You are not even thinking. That cannot happen. That is impossible. You are lying. And then he said, my weights have gone up. Impossible. You lost 20 kilograms. You cannot be lifting heavier weights. Then he made it make sense. He said he's been lifting heavier weights because in preparation for Devon, he didn't want to push it too far. So because of his bicep injury, he took it a little bit lighter, and now he's been feeling better, so he's been able to bring it higher. He's been able to do more weight. That makes more sense. I think he's coming in very strong, and I think he can just sit on the bicep very easily. Ibrahim is probably going to come in for the press, and Gennady's just going to stop him down here at the bottom, just above the pin pad, just like one of those last rounds against Devon, where Devon had him all the way down, and he just held like this above the pad, not letting him pin. He can do that, and I think he will. He'll do that long enough to be able to pull Ibrahim outside of his shoulder and win. I'm giving this to Gennady 4-2. 4-2. Because Ibrahim is super good. I think Ibrahim is one of the best pressers ever. So good at forcing the press, so good at keeping it, so good at leaving such small openings for his opponents to take him. Like, so few people have been able to beat Ibrahim because he is just so good at making it just a tight match and bringing his opponent straight down into their own bicep. Like, unless you can bicep curl as much as Gennady, you can't beat Ibrahim. It's Gennady. He's going to win. 4-2, Gennady. This is a match I cannot predict even now. Todd Hutchings and Rustam Babayev. Could go either way. Long story short, Todd Hutchings. Just because his form has been going up so much higher than it has been before, I can't bet against him. He's too good now. And seeing Rustam, his form, Rustam is super, super strong. I mean, beating Sandris is such a tough thing to do, and he did it so well. He did a better job than Ibrahim, which is crazy. Rustam is super, super good. But I'm going to give it to Todd Hutchings, and I'm going to say it's going to be as close as it can be, 4-3 in favor of Todd. And finally, the final match, Michael Todd versus Gennady. Not Gennady. They already did that, and he killed him. Michael Todd versus Vitaly Laletin. Once again, this is a match that is needed to happen. And this is a very good match. I don't know why so many people are still so confident in Vitaly. Well, I do know why. He's a monster. A monster. And you want to know why he's number 9 on the rankings? Look who he's faced. He's faced the best of the best. This is his average opponent. This is the number 5 guy, Michael Todd. Like, he is super good right now. I think he might even be number 4. I don't even remember. Very high up. I think Michael's going to win. His ability to stop the match is too good. And somebody makes sense for me. Why is Artem Morozov saying the things that he's saying? Did you hear Artem Morozov's prediction? I'll give you one guess who he thought would win. Vitaly. Why? Because that's the only guy he's faced. Like, that. He's never faced Michael. He doesn't know Michael. He's just got the classic European mindset of, oh, kings move bad, and that's it. Vitaly understands, and he puts Michael at a 50-50 shot at beating him. That's really high. To give your opponent a 50-50 shot with how good Vitaly's been doing. But Morozov is saying, yeah, so I think Vitaly's going to top roll, and then he's going to press through him. Impossible. Know why? Let's take a look at Michael Todd's most recent matches. Hermes Gasparini, Kamil Jablonski, Gennady Krikvinya. Only one of those guys was able to press through him consistently, and that was Hermes, who is one of the best pressers in the world right now. And you honestly think Vitaly, with his fallback flop wrist press, is going to press through Michael Todd? You are joking. I'm giving it to Michael 4-2. 4-2. Because Michael does let a couple points slip. Like with his match with Gennady, I think he showed up against Gennady at East versus West 15 a couple levels above. Like, he was really better than Gennady. He just let those rounds kind of go. He wasn't really going all out. He did really well against Gennady. I think he's going to do the same with Vitaly. He's going to show up. He's going to be better. He's going to stop the match every time and start to bleed out the arm of Vitaly. Get a couple flash pins in with the press. I'm giving it to Michael. That is my prediction for King of the Table 14. If you guys disagree in the comments, let me know what matches you think are going to go differently, how you think everything is going to go. that is my official predictions. I'm waiting to look at the press conference tonight. I've got work, so I'm going to have to really squeeze it in before the event tomorrow to try to figure out what's going on. But I'm super excited for this one. Take care, guys. Have a good one. I'll do my video a little later after the event, reviewing each of the matches, and we'll see how I did with predicting this one. All right. See you guys.